Hi, everybody. It's me, Tiffany, and Patty Horton.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wine Sunday.
We are going to be tasting the Malbec wine. It is a red wine, and it is from Argentina.
Hi, Dimitri. Hi, John. Hi, Mark. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Samuel. Woo-hoo.
Hi, Sam. Go ahead.
So we're here in my basement, and we have a delicious pasta that I made from scratch, and we're going to pair it with the wine today. So we'll let Tiffany tell you a little about the wine. We have a bottle uncorked, and then we're going to check it out.
So the Malbec is a very versatile wine. It can be paired with a lot of food. So one of them is spaghetti and meatballs. It also tastes really good with tomato, like a tomato-based entree. So you're definitely going to want to try to stick with foods that are tomato-based and meats as well.
Yeah, barbecue. If you like barbecue ribs, this goes great with a good barbecue. It goes great with a red hearty meat. I'm definitely a meat lover, so bring on the meat, right? So if you really like, if you dig a good barbecue rib, this is the perfect wine to pair with that rib.
Exactly. So do you want to try?
Sure, let's try it. We have a bottle uncorked already, so we're gonna pour it into our glasses.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It is my virtual basement after all.
You're such a lovely host.
If you have any questions, we're gonna first sniff it, because you know we should always taste with our senses first. So it's good to smell things to know how they're going to taste on the palate. So when I smell it, it smells. We're chuckling at my granddaughter. It smells rich and hearty. It has what kind of notes does it have in it?
So it says the cherry and minerally. So it also is good at room temperature, just to let you all know. And if anyone's interested, it's 12.99% alcohol.
Well, that's a really good thing, because sometimes people don't like a lot of alcohol in their wine. So I don't like to drink a bottle of wine and then be smashed afterwards. The great thing about the wine and being a red wine is that you can keep it in your cellar. In my basement, I have a wine cellar underneath my stairs. So it keeps the wine at a nice cool temperature, but not cold. So when you open up the wine, you're not drinking a room temperature warm wine. So I always suggest to drink the wine right pulled out of your cellar. Store it someplace cool. You don't want to store your wine in a warm place, and so you can enjoy it. Go ahead.
Oh, and also, because I didn't know about wine, you always want to store it this way, because when you have a wooden cork, if you store it this way, it's going to dry out the cork, and then when you try to open it, you'll get cork pieces into your wine. So always store your wine at a vertical direction.
So I love drinking red wine. Red wine is by far my favorite. I think that the body of this wine smells delicious. Let's see, if you don't mind me looking at your little sheet here. I know it has some sumptuous black cherry, blueberry, smoke, and cedar flavors. So that means that the wine is going to be very earthy. So we're going to give it a taste. So cheers.
Salud.
Salud. She forgets to swallow.
Sorry.
So I can tell you that as soon as it hit my palate, it was a really beautiful flavor and taste upon my tongue. When you do drink wine, I learned this from the winery, when you actually sip it, you actually have to breathe air through your teeth, so you kind of aerate it, and then when it sits on the back of your palate and goes down your throat, you can actually taste the real flavors that are in the wine.
And this wine right here is definitely not a really dry wine. I'm not a big fan of really dries. I like sweet. This is sweet to me, and it goes down really smooth. So it doesn't leave a really bad aftertaste for me anyway.
Yeah, no, there's not any aftertaste with this wine. This wine is full-bodied. It has a really wonderful flavor. After you've had a sip of the wine, the palate stays fresh. There's this, I want to say there is this deep cherry plum flavor on my tongue.
I definitely agree. It's really good. It's really, really good. You guys should definitely try it.
Hi, James.
Hi, Fabiola.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Fabiola. Hi, Sarah.
Like I said, this is a Malbec. Malbec wine. It's from Argentina. Also, Malbec is a grape that is from France, but this wine is made in Argentina.
Yeah, because they only make Malbecs in Argentina. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, there you go. See?
Oh, you're so smart.
I do have a little wine knowledge in me.
You do?
I drank a little bit of wine over my
life. Your brain.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to. So, what do you think about the flavors of the wine?
I think it's sweet. It's not strong. It definitely goes down smooth, and it's very refreshing. So that's what I like.
I have a friend, Chris, and his name is Chris Strasboff, but he's not on here right now. And if he was to drink something, he could describe it in such a way that you would want to go and actually buy a bottle or go sit at the bar and have a beer with him because, pardon me, my nose is running, because he is impeccable at the way that he can describe flavors on the tongue. So I'm going to try to do Chris Strasboff a little justice here, and I'm going to try to describe the wine in the way that Chris would describe it, because I really want you to feel what we're drinking. I really want you to understand what's going into our own mouths. All right, right on?
Go ahead, show me.
So here's to you, Chris Strasboff, for teaching me well. So when I drink this wine, the flavors on my tongue are actually soft. They feel wonderful. Hazel, I have a granddaughter. She's having a lot of fun. They actually feel wonderful. They're soft. They make me feel warm. But it also has a coolness to it. It's not overbearing. It's definitely not dry. Normally, a dry red wine will make your tongue feel like sandpaper. This definitely doesn't do that. I can taste the cedar wood in it. I like wood, so it's almost like having a smoked flavor. That's why meats would go really well with this, because it would pair with the cedar wood in here. So another great dish that I believe would go good with this, even though it's not on this menu, is cedar plank salmon drizzled with a little reduction of balsamic vinaigrette with the Malbec wine would be fantastic.
That was very good.
Oh, thanks.
That was good. I need to become a wine entrepreneur.
Well, you are a wine entrepreneur.
Well, I am. I'm talking about like seeing all those different flavors. We should have like coffee beans. Because sometimes the coffee beans, when you sniff them, it brings out different smells and flavors.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why when you go to the store and you go and you spray all the perfume, they got coffee beans in the store because you sniff the coffee beans and you can spray and then smell the perfume.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
You know what I really like about this wine too? I can taste the cherry notes in it, but I can also taste the plum notes in it. So the plum and the cherry balance each other out very well in this wine. I would say that for a Malbec, this is one of the top 10 that I've really enjoyed drinking. Some Malbecs can be a little harsh. This Malbec definitely is not harsh. So who out there is a Malbec lover? Type yes. We'll watch in the comments.
And also, I have to say, too, it does have like a little smoky flavor, I noticed.
Yeah, that's why it would be good with that cedar plank smoked salmon, something really heavy. That's why it would go good with a really good barbecue. You know, it would really be great if you had a little spice in your food. Like if you like a little heat, this is definitely the wine that would balance well and temper that heat. Hi, Sarah Osborne.
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining.
So anybody have any questions about the wine? This is our first wine demo. And
first time on live.
And not for me. But it is a lot of fun. The picture that they do show paired with this Colinas Blancos Malbec. I tried to use my best Argentina accent, but that's I think I would say it. They pair it with a hearty dish of spaghetti and meatballs, and so that's why we have the spaghetti with a nice meat sauce.
And this would also taste really well with roast duck. And I like duck.
Oh, that would be fantastic. And I was thinking about making venison meatballs, but I didn't get that far. But I was going to make like a nice venison meatballs with, you know, maybe a nice wine reduction gravy.
I asked her if she made any meatballs, and because I was anticipating meatballs, and she said, no, you just got the meat sauce. And I was like, oh, okay. I really wanted meatballs.
Well, you know, the meat sauce is consistent of Italian sausage and ground beef. So I use ground chuck and Italian sausage. it kind of balances out. So it's not so heavy on the sausage flavor, and it gives it a real nice, you know, that nice heartiness.
I love their cooking.
So, you have anything else you'd like to say about the wine? Would you like to try your spaghetti with it and see how it pairs with the wine?
Well, hopefully I won't pull a Jody and get it all over me. My cousin's very messy sometimes when she eats.
I think it must run in the family.
Oh.
So then, for me, I think it's hard to balance eating both and drinking at the same time because we always want to wash everything down. But this is a good way to kind of eat the food, let it sit on your palate, and see how the wine pairs with that rich red spaghetti sauce. And some people call it gravy. I call it sauce. I'm sure some of us might duke us out, but you know, in my house, we call it spaghetti sauce.
Okay, so it was really good. So it really did bring out the tomato sauce taste, and it went down really well with the smooth flavor of the Malbec. So I definitely agree when they said that this tomato sauce and this Malbec go together and pair very well. So I really highly suggest if you decide you want to drink wine and have spaghetti, to definitely go with the Malbec.
Yeah, and how do they get this wine? And another question too is, how do you get the wine? And can you actually order this specific wine? Because if I was to order, I'd order 4 of these bottles and I'd have them in my little under the stairs wine cellar, because I think it's such a great wine. I'd love to bring this to somebody's house.
Okay, so the way you can get the wine is, I'm actually in a wine club. It's called Direct Sellers. And you cannot pick specifically which wine that you want. With the wine club, it is a surprise every month. So you never know what you're going to get. You're going to get wines from all over the world, including the U.S. So for my shipment this month, I get 4 bottles of wine. And I got the Malbec, and I also got a white wine, which is from France, that we haven't tried yet. So that's for another day. But it's $49 if you want to be a customer, and your shipment gets delivered straight to your house every single month. And if you want to cancel, you're allowed to cancel. There's no contracts, no obligations, nothing. You can just stop your shipment anytime you want. If you don't like the wine that you get that month, you just call up the company and tell them that you didn't like your wine. You keep the wine that you already opened, and they will ship you a new bottle of wine of a different flavor. You just pay the shipping.
That's super cool. And so what that works out to be is, it's $49. You're getting each bottle of wine for $12.50. And you get them all at one time. So that doesn't mean you have to run back and forth between the store should you run short on a bottle of wine. But you get the best of both worlds. You know, you get a white and you get a red. But can you customize it? Like, say some people might not really be digging on the white. What if they really love red?
Right. So you can choose to either, if you want it, as you're a customer, you get 2 bottles of wine shipped to you monthly. So you can either do all red, all white, or you can do a combination of red and white.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But it's the wine that we're drinking today, but can they actually order this?
No, you cannot order it because it's a wine club. So every wine is a surprise every single month.
Okay, but this will come back around in the shipment?
Yes.
Okay, great, because they're probably like, I want to get that wine.
Yes, so eventually you will be getting a Malbec in your shipment. Just because you might not get it the first or second one, you could get it in the third one.
Okay, fantastic. So they bring older wines back around for a second try for those who haven't tried them yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good to know, because you guys are definitely want to
and
this one.
For my Washington friends, I just have to say